AMC, their stock price was just upgraded because Godzilla vs. Kong renewed a lot of confidence in the domestic box office because it had a very, very good weekend, opening weekend, considering everything going on. So Godzilla vs. Kong, it opened with about $48.5 million for the full 5-day Easter weekend in its opening weekend. And that was really, really good because when you look at back in May of 2019, Godzilla King of the Monsters opened to $47.8 million. Well, that was just, the weekend, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and this was a little longer, a 5-day Easter weekend. Still, this time around, even with movie theaters at half capacity in the US, they generated more revenue in the opening weekend for Godzilla than they did back in 2019 when theaters were completely open all across the US. And that is great news for AMC stock. AMC has raised a lot of money in secondary stock offerings. They have an additional 500 million shares that could be issued now that they're asking for approval from shareholders to be issued. And they can use this money to help build the business. But now, with this being, with what just happened with Godzilla vs. Kong, that is a really great sign because not only are movie theaters not open in full capacity, so they're opened at about 60% capacity across the US, but this was also released for streaming platforms on opening weekend as well. So considering that it was opened for streaming platforms and movie theaters were only opened about half capacity in the US, and they still were able to generate more money in this opening weekend than they did back in May of 2019 when theaters were fully open, that's a great sign for movie theaters and for AMC because that shows that people now are comfortable going back to movies. They feel like it is safer to go back, and people are excited to go to movie theaters even if movies are available on streaming platforms. So right now, according to analysts, AMC, they are since they are the largest exhibitor in North America and they operate the largest number of premium IMAX screens, analysts view AMC as well positioned to benefit from the industry's projected resurgence and return to pre-pandemic attendance levels by 2023. And they're saying that Godzilla vs. Kong is a sign of things to come and a sign that even with streaming and movies being released there, people want to have that experience and want to go to the movie theaters and are looking to get out again, and this is a great sign for the stock. Analysts upgraded AMC's price target. They doubled it from $7 a share to $13 a share, but the point isn't the exact price. The point is that they doubled the price target and that analysts and have a lot more confidence in the stock than they did previously because of this opening weekend with Godzilla vs. Kong and how it did much, much better than people were expecting. No one was expecting it to do better than it did in May of 2019 for the previous Godzilla. So this was really great news, and we could see AMC stock price skyrocket this year towards the end of the year in early 2022 if we're continuing to see movies opening with these sort of with these sort of numbers. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there.